Hello, welcome to the weather update. It's August 28th, and it's around 9 o'clock, and just stuck in the clouds and the showers today, and a lot wetter than I thought it was going to be today. Looking at the radar right now, you can see that a lot of the showers have dissipated, but earlier on, we just had showers just hanging around all over the place. You could see, see that rain. It was just hanging around there. It's finally starting to dissipate, but it's cool, a lot cooler than it's been, but it's definitely still kind of damp and wet out there and not very nice at all. And we actually have to talk about these severe thunderstorms that hit Suffolk County last night because we're going to see if the Weather Service put some storm reports up. They did not put let's see if they actually have. We're going to go to the... We're going to go to this and see if they have a local storm report up here and see if they have a local storm report for last night. Yes, they do. So, for cars being stuck on Route 25 in Smithtown, flash flooding. People from vehicles, fire department rescuing people from vehicles on Route 25. So, it was just west. This was right around the Smith Haven Mall. Impassable roads at Old Nichols Road in Rolling Hills Drive in Lake Ronkonkoma. Staten Island Railway Service due to flooded tracks. Okay, they don't have this in here. How could they not have this in here? Okay, so what happened last night, a house was struck by lightning, and unfortunately the house burned down. This was in Selden. News 12, actually, this was their lead story. I'll give them credit. They actually led with the right kind of story today. Saturday morning, the early storms wreaked havoc for a Suffolk County homeowner. A Selden woman lost everything after a lightning strike caused a fire that destroyed her home. Lightning struck the home on Parkwood Lane in Selden around 4 a.m., causing it to go up in flames. Bernadette Serrano, the homeowner, had just gotten up to go to the restroom downstairs when the lightning struck the roof right above her second-floor bedroom. And that saved her life. If she didn't go to the bathroom, she probably would have been dead, right? Because lightning, literally, she said the whole house shook. So literally, it just blew up the house like a bomb. Serrano said she was on her way back upstairs when she smelled the smoke. She couldn't get through to 911, so she got in a car and tried to alert the neighbors. When fire, horrible to see this. And hopefully she will get help finding a place to live. If anything, she needs to. Hopefully, she has insurance to cover that. I don't know if that covers lightning strikes, but hopefully she's forced to live to go to New Jersey, but. Certainly she should get help from the community. What a tragic thing, but it could have been a lot worse because at least she survived. But just to have a house, this had to be like a positive CG to just incinerate a house like that. It just literally exploded. I mean, it's crazy. Those storms are pretty bad last night, and this is what lightning can do, unfortunately. We're going to take a look at some of the rainfall reports from the storms, and we got a whole lot of things to talk about here with the weather. And I guess we're going to first start with these rainfall reports for the day. Well, first we'll start with our current observations, and you'll see here 67. So it was a cool day today. Temperatures only in the upper 60s and low 70s, but a little damp out there. Dew point's still in the mid 60s, but the dew points are a lot lower than yesterday, so it's a lot more comfortable than yesterday. And you can see generally temperatures in the 60s across the area, across Long Island. But the thing is the rain. So we're going to go to the rain here. Precipitation, see how much rain fell. We'll move this up to midnight so you can see, because we got a lot more rain again today, especially in parts of Suffolk County. You see around Belmont Lake we have 1.43. So you can see heavier rain falling up here. Looks like West Islip 1.84. And we go into this area that was hit by this thunderstorm, and you see these numbers start going up, 1.88 in St. James, but look around Farmingville. And this is the worst part of the storm hit around this area here, 2.99 inches, 2.23 inches, 2.12 inches. Islip got an additional 1.84, 2.16 at, looks like, I guess that's Patchogue. Yeah, 2.16 in Patchogue, 1.49 at Brookhaven Airport. We're going to go over some rainfall numbers. 2.15 in Middle Island. So you can see this storm really dumped a lot of rain over the area. And you can see East Northport 2.31, Crab Meadow 2.15, So quite a storm that hit. But there were some heavier rain amounts here, too, it looks like. We have 1 inch in Hempstead, because we had some showers over Nassau County, too. 1.23, in Uniondale, 1.12 in North Merrick, 1.42 in Wantor, 1.94 in East Rockaway. See, you get the idea that we had more rain again today, even after those thunderstorms. This front was just stuck over our area and just sat over our area. I don't think Jersey got too much rain, additional rain. But the storm that hit Selden and that whole area was very similar to the one that hit Toms River. It's just a very slow-moving storm. And that's what really causes the rain. There's nothing to steer these. Most of these highs were as of midnight, so temperatures were generally in the low 70s today. We're going to go to one to ground now. We're going to look at some more rainfall numbers. I might have actually, no, I don't think we'll need that again. So let's look at some more rainfall numbers here and see with this rainfall. It's crazy. Some of these rainfall amounts again, over 2 inches of rain in certain spots. The storm did cause some power outages. Let's see what North Patchogue got, because it looks like North Patchogue you had to be in the storm. 2.17, so they got into it over 2 plus inches of rain. It's extremely wet. Look at this by Fish Thicket Preserve in Medford, 3.23 inches of rain. So Patchogue, parts of Patchogue, 3.17 as well. 2.66 in Medford, 2.55 cc. This whole area just got hammered here with this rain last night. It was pretty incredible. Not buying that 11.81. I don't think that's correct, but quite impressive. Really impressive to see this kind of rain again. It's just this rainfall. We're just getting soaked and flooded while California continues to get nothing. It's unbelievable. So I want to look at, I think that covers the rain thing. Let me go to the Weather Service site, and I want to actually look at the records again. We're going to try this again, because we know they changed the way this is all laid out here. So daily data for a month. Okay, so we can actually pick can we move this up to August? No, not September, August. And done. Okay, so we move this up to August, and we can actually get the monthly data and for ice slip and see if it has been. See how much rain has fallen here. See, they have the precipitation. Here we go. So they're saying 4.62. This was as of. Or is it just normals? Climatological data. This is not. Yeah, this should be the climatologic data. Well, they changed. They had to change this, didn't they? No, this is the current observation. So 828 is not. They don't have 828 up here yet. So we don't have the rainfall for 828 listed for ice slips. It's really annoying because I really like the. Let me try this. Oh my gosh, they make this so complicated. Why did you have to change this? Why did you have to change this? But quite a wet month. I'm really curious to say. I missed that old thing that we used to have, the preliminary monthly data chart that we had. That was much easier to read. This is very, very annoying. Let's try Daily Almanac. This is Central Park. So we can figure out. This just makes it a lot more confusing. Let's see. So total precipitation this month at Central Park is 10.32. So the record is 18.95. So we're still a ways away from that. But let's see ice slip. That's what I'm curious about. Month to date precipitation 4.62, 14.05. So I guess we still have a ways to go to break the record highest precipitation for some of these sites. That's what I was kind of curious about. I mean, I wanted to do that yesterday, but we'll have to see. The month's not over yet, and we still get more rain. Just an incredibly wet month, though, it seems. And somebody's going to break their precipitation record, that's for sure. But anyway, the other big story, of course, is the tropics and Ida closing in on New Orleans and Louisiana, the coast of Louisiana. So let's get right to it here. The latest public advisory on Hurricane Ida. Ida is forecast to strengthen rapidly before landfall. Life-threatening storm surge, potentially catastrophic wind damage, and flooding rainfall are expected to impact the northern Gulf Coast beginning Sunday morning. As of 7 p.m., its location 26.6 north, 87.5 west, about 200 miles south-southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River, about 285 miles southeast of Houma, Louisiana. Maximum sustained winds 105 miles an hour, moving northwest at 16 miles an hour. Minimum sun suppression 969 millibars, or 28.61 inches, and it is the let's see if they have any observations. I'm curious because they do have buoys. Eventually, we'll get some of those observations. Hurricane force winds extend outward up to 30 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 125 miles from the center. So this is going to be a real monster storm. Let's go look at what we have here. So this is where, and they're expecting this to be a major hurricane, category 4, maybe even a 5, and it's going to landfall. They're having it landfall around 1 p.m. tomorrow. So it's going to landfall around 1 p.m. tomorrow and then move inland. And so the worst of this is going to hit New Orleans. Hopefully everybody is out of New Orleans tonight. All right? Because you don't want to be there. The whole area is going to be completely destroyed. And then it's going to move inland. And then the remnants, we'll have to watch out for the effects of the remnants later on this week. But you can see this is going to be pretty bad. And it is a monster storm. So I want to look at this on the satellite right now. And we're going to go, obviously, to Ida. And we have other storms that we have to watch, too. So this is Ida. And there you go. You can see a well-defined eye there. There you go. Closing in on New Orleans right there. Very, very well-defined eye. It's heading right for New Orleans. The eye is going to probably go right over New Orleans. So very, very well-defined eye as it moves toward Louisiana there. Very, very well-defined eye. And you can see that storm is rapidly strengthening. So let's now go to the other storms that have to be watched. And again, we have Tropical Depression 10, and then this storm here, which is going to become a thing. Now, they already have a map out for this. So this is Tropical Depression 10. Maximum sustained winds of 35 miles an hour, moving north at 8. It's going to stay out in the open ocean, so it shouldn't be a threat to anyone. And then this one here, which is this area right here that they're pretty confident is also. So we're going to have 2 more named storms probably. But both of these, I think, will be moving away. They will not be affecting us. They're staying out of the ocean. We're going to focus on Ida right now. All right, so let's go to Tropical Tidbits. We have some more information here to look at here. We're going to go to the latest satellite loop. And when I update on Ida, we're going to have specific Ida updates. All right, so you can see it's heading right for New Orleans. Here's New Orleans. Here's Ida. Heading right for New Orleans. Right for New Orleans. This is going to be could be worse than Katrina, because I think Katrina was the center of it didn't go over New Orleans. This one, the center is going to go right over New Orleans. So this storm has the capability of wiping New Orleans completely off the map. It's I hope and pray everybody has gotten out, because you do not want to be trapped there. This is going to be a major disaster. So we're going to look at the surface plot here, and you can look at some observations here. So it looks like we're going to be looking at this stuff later on, because we're going to be doing, again, updates on this. These are the models. Pretty much certain of that track, right over New Orleans. There you go, right over New Orleans. And we look at the intensity guides. I think it's going to... a lot of models are saying it's just going to stay at Cat 3. I think it goes to Cat 4. It's going to rapidly intensify. The conditions are perfect for its strengthening right now at this point. And like I said, I'm not really going to focus on the other 2 systems right now. So let's get to... because this is the big one here. The other ones aren't going to impact land. This one is. And it's going to be a major disaster. So we can look at the GFS here, and you can see that landfall is going to take place tomorrow morning, probably around Houma. And the eye goes right over New Orleans, right over New Orleans. And it's going to be right over New Orleans probably sometime in the afternoon. Probably sometime in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And this is going to be a major disaster for New Orleans. This is going to cause it's going to put the whole city underwater. The wind is going to destroy the power grid. Though they have pumps, but the pumps are run by electricity. And without any electricity, they will not run. And it's just going to be... you just have to get out of there. That's the bottom line. You have to get out of there. Let's look at the winds. And you can see the wind field again. There's that landfall tomorrow morning, and then boom, here it is, Sunday afternoon, hitting New Orleans. And the eye might go a little bit west of New Orleans, which may be even worse because it puts New Orleans in the northeast semicircle with the highest winds. And we're talking 100 plus sustained easily, and then it moves inland. So this is going to be one hell of a major disaster for Louisiana. We're going to look at some other models now. Let's go to the NAM 12 as well. I mean, they pretty much all agree. And NAM's just a little bit slower. Just a teeny bit slower on its landfall. And has it landfalling a little more in the afternoon. But generally that any time between 7 a.m. tomorrow and noon is when this thing is going to... 7 a.m. and 2 p.m. is when this thing is going to landfall. And it's moving a little quicker, so I think I'm leaning more toward the late morning hours, probably like a 10, 11 o'clock, I think, it landfalls. And there's that wind field again, just incredible wind field. And it's not just about the wind, it's going to be about the rain, too. So let me go back to let's go to the precipitation here, total accumulated precip, and you'll see all the rain this thing is going to drop. And we're talking a foot of rain. Maybe more than that over New Orleans. So you're going to have all the rainwater. You're going to have all the seawater. It's just what you call a perfect storm of destruction for New Orleans. That's pretty much what Ida is going to be. And then you can follow the remnants of Ida as it only goes up to Wednesday. But that rain will go up up to the mid section of country there. So this is going to be a major, major, major disaster. And this is, we may see New Orleans disappear and cease to exist in just a day. By tomorrow night, when I do the weather update, New Orleans could be completely flooded and washed away. So think about that. I really hope everybody is out of there, because if not, a lot of people are going to die. All right. This is going to be a very bad situation for New Orleans. So let's go look at a new. Let's go look at windy.com, and we'll show you the simulation for windy.com as well. And I'm going to start with the GFS. Right, we already know it's stronger than this, right? Here's the GFS, and you can see it's continuing to strengthen as it makes that landfall. And it starts in New Orleans. It starts on the coast, probably already gets going pretty strong around 8, 9 in the morning. New Orleans, it starts a little more toward 11. And then you see that move, that high wind field. Here we are at 12 noon. New Orleans now getting into those hurricane force winds. And then in the afternoon, that's when New Orleans is going to get hit very, very hard. And nobody should be in New Orleans except for maybe the Weather Channel, all right, storm chasers, and essential personnel, because New Orleans, with a track like this, New Orleans is going to be wiped off the map. All right, New Orleans will cease to exist. All right, and then you could see it's going to, and then it's going to slow down a little bit. So you're going to have the rain, you're going to have the wind, you're going to have this storm is just going to pretty much put every destructive power it can into New Orleans. All right, let's look at the NAM here. All right, this is the NAM. All right, obviously, NAM is a little more impressive to look at here on this, and this is the NAM again. And we'll show you the NAM. So here we are, 9-1. NAM's a little slower. Here we are at 11 a.m. can see the strong winds now starting in at the coast. 2 p.m. Here we are affecting New Orleans now. And that is going to be, again, this is going to be very, very bad. Very bad for New Orleans. All right. And then we can also look at the European model as well. This is the European model. So we are 7 a.m. You can see starting to affect some of the outer islands. Euro is a little slower too, I notice. Euro is much slower. Still doesn't have it landfalling yet. Here we are at 10 a.m. Noon it probably finally starts to landfall. And then New Orleans wouldn't really get into the stronger winds into the evening, like 8, 9 o'clock. Big difference in the models, the timing here. A big difference the timing. But I think the GFS has the right timing. We've been through this before. The GFS handles these storms. But, the issue is, of course, we're going to also go to the waves, which, again, waves like this are going to be, 35-footers. Like I said, this is going to just put the whole coast of Louisiana underwater. Pretty much. The whole coast of Louisiana is going to be underwater. And that includes New Orleans. This whole area right here pretty much. Let's, we got red. This whole area here is going to be underwater. And it's going to be destroyed. This whole thing is going to be just wiped off the map. And I really hope everybody is out of there. I really do, because it's a very serious situation. Very serious situation. But let's turn the focus to our weather, although I'm going to be fairly occupied with Ida. We're going to briefly look at our weather. Let me go to the HRRR. And we have about 24 hours of the HRRR in here. Let me go here. So, here's the HRRR, and it's still lingering some showers into the first part of tomorrow. It's really hard to dry things out. You have the stall front. It looks like it's actually trying to develop a little weak center of low pressure offshore, too. So, expect another mostly cloudy day with some showers, hopefully a little less than today, but it won't be a great day. Temperatures will remain cool with the cloud cover. Talking temperatures only in the low 70s again. Wind stay easterly. Dew points not that low. There's some humidity around. You can definitely see a center of low pressure there. So there's some humidity around. And not like it was, but you're still going to feel some dampness. It's going to be similar to today with maybe a little less rain, but there still could be a slight chance of a shower according to the HRRR. If we look at the GFS, similar deal with the dew points. Temperatures, again, GFS a little more encouraging with the temperatures maybe getting up into the mid-70s. And then by Monday, we start seeing the heat return. All right. As far as skies goes, plenty of clouds around. You can see GFS pretty much has us overcast. And I have a feeling the NAM is going to have us overcast too. So not really great day. Plenty of clouds around. We're not really going to see too much sun tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be very similar to today with the stall front. The stall backdoor front pretty much over us. And the chance of showers. So if we look at the rain you'll see could be the chance of a shower. Not quite as widespread as today, but and then again, we underestimated today. So tomorrow could be very similar to today with this lingering rain that we're going to have to deal with. And it won't be until Monday when we start to dry out and then heat up, of course. So as far as enjoying the cool day, I was really hoping to get to the Pine Barrens. I was really hoping to, even if it was cloudy. But if it's raining, I can't go. It's just, this is what it is with the stall fronts, Can't complain too much because we could be dealing with a hurricane. So can't complain too much. And it's going to be bad. It is going to be bad for New Orleans. And that's really what's in my thoughts right now. We're going to go back down to that area right now. And of course, hurricane warnings are in effect. This is what it looks like on the NAM 3, by the way. So, pretty intense storm there. And look at that thing. And the amount of rain that is going to be dumped there is going to just be unbelievable. It really is going to be unbelievable. The wind and we're going to look at this on Ventus Sky too as well. The winds are going to be unbelievably. We're talking Category 4, could be Category 5. because it's rapidly strengthening right now. All right. So this is the Ventus Sky site. So we're going to look at the Ventus Sky site. Let me move this to tomorrow. Here we are at 5 a.m. All right, you can see the winds. You can see the storm approaching here. And this is using the HRRR. You can see, look at that. We got hundreds. This is going to be a Category 4. All right, 7 a.m. It's making landfall in the southern Louisiana. 9 a.m. Slowly, still making landfall here. All right, let's go to 11 a.m. You can start to see now it's starting to really, but still hasn't really quite made landfall yet. All right, so it's a little slower using the HRRR here. This is 11 a.m. Coastal areas are getting it, but New Orleans is just starting to get into it in the late morning. Move this to 1 p.m. It still hasn't moved very much. Here's 1 p.m. This is really much slower timing. And here's 3 p.m. Finally, New Orleans starts getting into it, and you start seeing that. And again, it'll weaken a little bit when it gets in, but not that much. New Orleans is going to deal with at least a Category 4 hurricane. All right. And this is the HRRR. All right. Let me move this to the GFS because I happen to think the GFS is a little more accurate. All right. The GFS is handling hurricanes very well this year. So 8 a.m. You can see those winds there, mostly on the east side of the storm. You got that. So it's going to intensify. Here we are, 11 a.m. Making landfall in coastal Louisiana. New Orleans starting to see. The power is probably going to be out in New Orleans by this time. 2 o'clock would be the next time point. New Orleans really getting to the thick of it, the thick of these rain bands and the eye wall around probably 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And it's starting to really move very slow. GFS actually has it moving slow too, slowing down a little bit. And the New Orleans could still be in that eye wall even at 5 o'clock. All right, we move it to 8 o'clock. And here we are. It's still, New Orleans still getting pounded. So, yeah, it's really slowing down when it moves inland. And that means a lot of rain. That means tremendous amount of rain. And that is just going to bring a tremendous amount of rain. So this is going to, like I said, this storm has everything going for it. Strong winds, damaging winds that are going to destroy structures and destroy the power grid. Heavy rainfall, which is going to, cause a lot of flooding, flash flooding, freshwater flooding, and then the storm surge. So everything is going against New Orleans right now. So again, New Orleans is going to be wiped off the map as long as this track puts New Orleans in the eye wall. New Orleans will be wiped off the map. So I think we're going to keep an eye on this storm. Of course, that's going to be the main subject of the weather right now. As far as us goes, just another gloomy day tomorrow. But the main story is going to be Ida, as this thing makes landfall in southern Louisiana and could bring the end to New Orleans as we know it. And pray for New Orleans and Louisiana and everybody out of there, hopefully getting out of harm's way. Thank you for watching.